All right, so let's get to some basic commands, just to kind of, hey, think about the scenario. You just got a new job working at a security operations center, um, and they give you your login to your Splunk or to whatever SIM, and you want to see exactly what kind of information are you looking at or going to be looking through. The first thing I want you to do in your Splunk command line here is type in index and then star. And then let's make sure that we put the time range for all time and all time. And then let's do a little search. Now that star is going to take any information that's out there. So sometimes we can match that star up with words or phrases. And then if we don't have an exact phrase, or if we're just kind of looking in general for a particular phrase, we could put a star beside it. And then our system will look for whatever uh, word or phrase that is and return it back to us because we have put that star in there. Okay. So, all right. So we got this. And the one thing I want you to look at is your selected fields. Selected fields are what's going to be shown here in the output here. Right. So these are typically going to be your checkboxes here. So if you wanted to look at any one of these files, pertaining on the information here, so such as the IP addresses or first name or email addresses, you can select those things. And if you saw it when I selected it, it automatically went into a selected field. All right. But if you don't want that, then you could just go ahead and uncheck it. The reason why that's important is because if we're building any type of case, if we're looking for any type of information, sometimes it's not going to be as cut and dry as a IP address or a time and day. Maybe we may want to look for a particular user, a particular item. All right, so that's one of the main things that I wanted you to see on that. Also, I want you to look at the indexes. So, mind you, I said that. So let's so just real quick. When I said that a SIM is like a file cabinet, this is what I mean, right? It's like a file cabinet. And the indexes are the drawers for each of these file cabinets, right? So for the ones that we have here, the indexes, think of this as a drawer, right? So in drawer main or title main, right? So back in the old days, we will have these little labels here in the little square section. You could put whatever logs or files is going to pertain to that particular drawer. Okay. Think of it in the same way. So in the main drawer, we have 51,000 files. In the WW3 form folder or drawer, we have 12,000 and also 12,000 in the WWW2, right? That's important because when we go to our particular drawer, we can just open that drawer. So just like how we can have four drawers closed, but now we have only one drawer open. That's how we're gonna, you know, focus in our look on a, let's say, hey, all of this happened on our web server. Okay. So our index, that's why it was important to name those stuff when we're ingesting it in the add data portion. When we label it, then we can say, okay, this drawer is pertaining to only these the files that came from the web server. And now we can have an understanding about that. So whenever we report it, we can report it with context. All right, cool. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you those things. Now let's get down to some basic commands. The first one that I want to talk about is when you're looking at who's requesting or posting any type of action towards your servers or um, servers or workstations. So either we talked about it could be either a get command where they're asking, hey, get this information from the web server, or it can be a post command where it says, hey, post this particular information from me to it. Do this command that I'm asking you to do. Okay, so we have something to where we can just sit through that particular information. So if we wanted to see everything here. So what I did was I just copied and pasted this command here. So in the description, or if I give you the link to this particular file, you'll see here where I'm looking at my kind of a cheat sheet. All right. So you'll have these commands as well. You want to paste this command in here. So what it says is that index equals main. So I'm in the main, I'm going to be in my main drawer, right? Looking at the logs here. And I want you to, this bar is going to say, okay, since we're here, I want to look at some information based off of these credentials or these parameters. So the stat count by method, and the method being the HTTP method. So whether it's a get command or a post command. All right, so we're gonna run that, and we'll see that, okay, not only did it give us get commands and post commands, but more importantly, over here to the right, you'll see the command, how many counts of get commands, how many people have hit this server to say, hey, give me this information from here, and versus how many people say, hey, do this particular command. So we have a total of around about 13,000 commands, maybe 14,000 commands, and kind of got a lot of people asking for information, but also telling the server to do certain things too. So now we can go in and we can view the events and start to look through those things. If we knew, hey, somebody said, hey, somebody requested this particular information, can we go through and see if there's anything similar to it? This can get us started on that particular search. Okay. All right. That's one thing I wanted to, so keep that in mind when it comes to, how to get your day started. So you're looking for, when we're in our sim, we're going to pretty much be answering questions, putting pretty much looking at the files in our cabinet drawer to see, okay, can I put together a story on what actually happened? Okay, this is what our sim is going to do. Another simple command that we can know is identifying the top sources of IP addresses. So this comes down to identifying any kind of aggressive automated tools, any crawlers, unauthorized scanners. Um, we want to know the source addresses of those particular devices that's on our network, you know, getting in contact, right? So that might be some of those post commands that we've seen. So this command is going to let us know what source IP addresses we're working with and see, and along with that, see, we got that stat command again to go with the count um, by the client IP, which is going to be our source IP. All right. That count is going to be over here to the right, and it's going to let us know how many times this particular IP address has gotten in contact with us, so we can look at the events there and take more of an in-depth look of seeing, okay, what kind of conversation are you having with our computer, with our server? All right. When we get to look at it in a deeper way of just putting in this command, now you can see if this source address is something malicious or is something we need to pay attention to. Because what did we go over last time? We seen that the get command is going to say, hey, it's pulling things from us. It's asking for different things, right? But then now we can look at patterns. We can look at to see if there's any more indicators of compromise when they are doing, or are they just doing normal activities, right? Getting information such as updates or any type of documentation that we may have up there for someone to get. But this is where we can look at it in a deeper mindset. Okay, especially if we get some type of alert from it. Okay. All right. Another command that I wanted to go over is a audit unique request of paths and web pages to discover if the endpoints are being targeted across the applications. You should generate a list of distinctive URIs along with their hit counts. All right. So in order to do this, you can see that we're doing a lot of commands with the count, but let's go back up here and let's paste in this particular command. So it's going to be in the index file, right, or in the index directory with that pipe. And then the pipe is going to say, hey, along with this particular directory, I want you to, with these parameters, count the count the number of times and separate it by the URI, all right, or URL, okay? And then I want you to sort that by the count. Go ahead and hit that, and you can see now you got 10,000 different statistic pieces over here. Okay. Now we have 8 pages of that, but it breaks it down to each one of where people are going. Okay. And it breaks it down on the count. How many times are they going to these particular um, URIs? Okay. All right. So I want you to practice those codes that I put in there or SPL commands. Practice those. I got a couple of more in the documentation that goes along with it. Practice it. Get a idea of when do you want to use these. Remember that when you're on the job, you can have your cheat sheet off to the side. It doesn't, no one's asking you to remember these particular commands by heart. No one's telling you to do that. But you can have these written off into your notes, okay? And use these for your advantage. So whenever you go into a new spot and they they're not going to, they just give you your username and password. You got your basic commands that you could just go ahead and put in, and you know what you're looking for. You know what you are, or what the command is doing for you. And now that gives you a better idea of what's going on in the company. All right. That's all I had in this video, and I'll see you in the next.